Throughout much of its history, the Islamic Caliphate has been a monarchy. No matter which dynasty controlled the caliphate, it was usually kept within a specific family, often going from father to son. The Ottoman Empire, ruled by the Osmanlu dynasty, was the most recent claimant to the caliphate. But before them, there were the Abbasid and Umayyad dynasties. Sometimes different factions within these dynasties fought against each other, but no matter who came out on top, the caliphate remained within that ruling dynasty. But it wasn't always this way. For the first 25 years after the death of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the caliphate was practically a meritocracy where the most qualified individual got the job. This era was known as al-Khilafatu Rashida, or the Righteous Caliphate. During this period, the caliph was chosen based upon Shura, or consultation. The caliph was a religious position, and the primary qualifications were piety and closeness to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. First, there was Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, who became caliph after the Prophet's death. Abu Bakr was nominated by Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, and most of the other Sahaba, or companions of Prophet Muhammad, accepted him. When Abu Bakr was on his deathbed, he chose Umar ibn al-Khattab to succeed him. Before confirming Umar as his successor, Abu Bakr asked Abdurrahman ibn Auf and Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhum for their opinions. Both men were highly respected Sahaba, and they both agreed that Umar would be the best to succeed Abu Bakr. Umar ibn al-Khattab became the caliph and ruled for about 6 years. One day he was stabbed while leading the prayer, but he didn't die immediately. This gave Umar time to organize a committee to select the next caliph. Umar appointed several high-ranking Sahaba, including Uthman and Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhum, to this committee. Before he died, Umar ibn al-Khattab instructed this committee to choose a successor from amongst themselves. Ultimately, Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu was selected, and he became the next caliph. Uthman ruled for about 12 years before a mob broke into his home and murdered him. Therefore, unlike his predecessors, Uthman didn't have the opportunity to select a successor. After Uthman was killed, Medina fell into chaos. This allowed Ali ibn Abi Talib to step in and assume leadership. There are conflicting reports about how Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu became the caliph. Some reports state that the Sahaba who were in Medina at the time pressured him to take the role. The companions of the Messenger of Allah came to him and said, "This man has been killed, and the people must have an imam. We know of no one at this time more suitable for this, of greater precedence in Islam, and of closer relationship to the Messenger of Allah than yourself." He, that is Ali, said, "Don't do this. It's better that I be a wazir, that is an advisor, than an amir." They replied, "No, by Allah, we will go no further until we have given allegiance to you." He said, "It should be done in the mosque then. Allegiance must not be given secretly or without the approval of the Muslims." Now other reports say his supporters threatened the Sahaba to give allegiance to Ali. The people gave allegiance to Ali ibn Abi Talib, so he sent for Az-Zubair and Talha. He then invited them to give allegiance, but Talha delayed. Unsheathing his sword, Malik al-Ashtar then said, "By Allah, you had better give allegiance, or I will strike through your forehead." "There is no way out of this," said Talha, and he gave allegiance, followed by Az-Zubair and everyone else. Now other reports say many Sahaba fled Medina and went to Mecca instead of giving Ali their allegiance. All of these reports can be found in Tariq al-Tabari, and there is probably some truth to all of these reports as well. But it's safe to say that a significant number of companions refused to give allegiance to Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu. And there are a couple of reasons for this. First of all, Uthman was killed during the Hajj season, which meant many of the Sahaba were in Mecca at the time. Mecca and Medina are about 200 miles apart. Therefore, many of the Sahaba found out 2 to 3 days later that Uthman had been killed and that Ali was now the Caliph. Secondly, many of the people who supported Ali were also involved in Uthman's murder. Given these two factors, it's obvious why many of the Sahaba did not accept Ali as the Caliph. Some of these Sahaba were very prominent figures such as Talha ibn Ubaidullah, Zubair ibn al-Awwam, and the Prophet's widow, Aisha radiallahu anhum. However, the most significant rival was Muawiya ibn Abi Sufyan, the powerful governor of Syria. Muawiya was from Banu Umayyah, one of the major Quraysh clans originating in Mecca. Further complicating matters, Uthman ibn Affan, the murdered caliph who preceded Ali, was also from Banu Umayyah. So Muawiya felt honor-bound to avenge his relative's death. Muawiya and the other Sahaba who opposed Ali insisted he punish those involved with Uthman's death. But Ali insisted that his opponents had to submit to his authority first. Well, eventually, fighting broke out, first between Ali and Aisha, then between Ali and Muawiya. This period of conflict is known as the First Fitna. With his support in Medina shrinking, Ali ibn Abi Talib moved to Kufa in Iraq and made it his capital. Ali ibn Abi Talib was eventually assassinated and Muawiya ibn Abi Sufyan became the caliph. Some people might consider Ali's son, Hassan ibn Ali radiyallahu anhuma, as the sixth righteous caliph. But Hassan only controlled a small area in Iraq, and no one outside of that area recognized his authority. After 5 years of civil war, the caliphate was once again united under one man. Muawiya ruled for about 20 years as caliph. He remained in Syria and made Damascus his capital. As Muawiya grew older, he started thinking about a successor, and he decided to select his son, Yazid ibn Muawiya, to succeed him as caliph. Muawiya is the one who introduced the idea of monarchy to the caliphate. He transformed the caliphate from a religious and merit-based position to a hereditary and dynastic position. In doing so, Muawiya effectively connected the caliphate to his clan, Banu Umayyah. And that is why this era is known as the Umayyad Caliphate. And this is also when Muawiya becomes a controversial figure. No one objected to Muawiya selecting his successor since that had already been established by Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. But many people objected to him selecting his son as his successor, especially when there were many others who were much more qualified. For instance, take this quote from Ibn Umar when Muawiya tried to convince him to accept Yazid as the next caliph. Now there were caliphs before you with sons, and your son is no better than their sons. They did not regard their sons as you regard yours. They chose for the Muslims what they knew to be best. This is recorded in Ibn Suyuti's History of the Umayyad Caliphs. There were several Sahaba who were still alive at this time. For example, Hussein ibn Ali, Abdullah ibn Umar, Abdullah ibn Zubair, and Abdullah ibn Abbas were all prominent respected Sahaba, and they were all still alive. Yazid ibn Muawiya was not very religious, he was not a Sahaba, and he wasn't even born in the Hijaz. Well, as planned, when Muawiya died, his son Yazid became the caliph, but many Muslims refused to accept this. This was the start of the Second Fitna. Two prominent individuals, Hussein ibn Ali, the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib, and Abdullah ibn Zubair, the son of Zubair ibn Awam, radiallahu anhum, did not accept Yazid as the caliph. Many people in Kufa, where his father Ali once ruled, sent letters to Hussein asking him to lead them in a rebellion against Yazid ibn Muawiya. Hussein agreed, but he was intercepted by an Umayyad army and eventually killed. This was known as the massacre at Karbala, one of the defining moments in Islamic history. Hussein ibn Ali was the grandson of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and his death angered many Muslims, especially in the Hijaz and in Iraq. In fact, Mecca and Medina rose up in rebellion against Yazid and essentially declared their independence. Yazid ibn Muawiya sent an army to the Hijaz to bring these two cities back in line. The Umayyad army brutally suppressed the rebellion in Medina, and then it moved on to Mecca to put the city under siege. By this time, Mecca was basically under the authority of Abdullah ibn Zubair, or as he's more commonly known, Ibn Zubair. This was the beginning of 9 years of warfare between Ibn Zubair and the Umayyads. Ultimately, Ibn Zubair was defeated and the Umayyad Dynasty under Caliph Abdul Malik ibn al-Marwan consolidated authority over the Caliphate. The Islamic Caliphate has been a monarchy ever since. Just a reminder that videos published after December 1st, 2025 will not have ads. You can support this channel by becoming a member here on YouTube or by visiting patreon.com/Islamic History. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Click the video on the left to see the full story of the Umayyad siege of Mecca. Click the video on the right to see the story of how Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu became the caliph.